So the question has come up about white balance in JPEGs. When you're in Lightroom and you're in a JPEG, you don't have the same drop-down options that you have if you were shooting in RAW. So I have a workaround for that. Now it's not perfect, but it does work if your shot was decent to start with. What I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and open this shot. Now this shot was just shot as a JPEG, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was pretty much set on some automatic settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Develop, and what I did with the white balance was I actually created presets for each one of the presets that I have in camera. So now if I want to set one of those presets, since I don't have them here, I'm going to go ahead and come over here to my presets, and I'm going to click on one, and it will reset the sliders based on those settings that it would have used in RAW. Now your numbers are different because the JPEGs handle them different, but it does reset those to somewhat close of what you would have had in RAW. I'm going to go ahead and reset this back to daylight. Now you'll notice if I go over here, it says custom. I can go back to as shot, and it does change it just a little bit. So that's what I mean by that. Now it does not work miracles. For instance, this shot was done with the wrong white balance set in camera. It was actually set on fluorescent, and it is a JPEG. So there is not a whole lot I can do with my presets to fix that. So for instance, if I click on daylight, it does shift it a little bit, but it doesn't fix it. So I would have to manually crank on these to get them to actually set correctly, or I'd have to use my white balance eyedropper to get it to set correctly. So it's not a perfect fix, but it is a starting point for working with white balance in JPEGs.